Alright, now we are back. I have everything running now. Let me know if everything's looking good. And here we go. Broadcasting control, basic TV, there we go. We are all back now, as we are joining the poll leader as of right now with the 153, Mr. Mata with the 153. And posting into our server. Sorry for the technical delays, as I'm getting everything ready. And here we go. Heading over to Mr. Dumoulin. Dumoulin is with a 155 best at the moment. But Mr. Mata does have a 2-second gap ahead of him with the 153. Fernandez is with the 55, Dumoulin with the 55 as well. Dang with the 55, and that will cap off our top 3 with the 55ers. Hold on a moment as I bring up some more stats for you. As this track is going to be favoring a lot of momentum based and technical skills with a lot of trail braking. For you. Alright, asking you guys if the streamers are in good, let me know. And I think we got that all settled. Bringing up, I think we have everyone's liveries in, as we have 3 minutes and 43 seconds of time left. I'm going to be going down the list for us, as we have the times for Mata running a 153. We have Dumoulin running a 155, along with the next two with Dang and Fernandez also running a 55. Would be Schreiber getting in the mix. These are really fast times, by the way. I was only able to run a 157 max, so you guys, for rookies, this is pretty fast. Then we have Buckley, now running at the 156, start of 156, with McLean, Trimble, Goose, Demler, and Storm, and also Mr. Whipple, Brandon Whipple, capping off the 156ers. Let's see who's qualified the best. I want to see their times as of right now. We also will be going over to Kelly, who just ran off the track, and that would be 157, the start of 157ers. Low 157, so he might be able to catch the 156s as we have 2 minutes left into our qualifying session. Let's see if we can get a better exit for the start of his race. Tan's running at a better delta right now, and he's also at a 157, along with Abel, Alex Cruz, Logan, and May. Starting out with 158s would be Nightshade. Running out in the Porsche And it's odd to see the McLaren running such in the back of the pack. But that would be Pastry and Imitor with the 2-minute best times for them at the moment. Let's see what we have going on. We're placing it there and here. Awesome. Yeah, we're looking good right now. Who you guys think, as we have 1 minute left into qualifying and going to be going over the top of the grid here, as we have the fast Mata with the 153 now. Oh, we just saw Imitor just getting a little bit loose into it. Oh, did he track cut? He might have track cut. But Miguel Mata might have track cut, but he did so well last week. As this is the part where you have to glide and put on the throttle. It's a mix between the both. In the BMW, no doubt, that's what I drive too. And he ends up getting a little bit under his delta, but he's running consistent 153s right now. Dang's in the pits. We also have Dumoulin in the pits, with Dan Fernandez still trying to make his way onto a better time with the 155 is his best at the moment. And he is stopping his session. We also have Sev Goose a little bit behind his delta by 10 seconds. Driver does have a 155 in the 6th plot. We have Stefan Buckley in 7th. Chad McLean trying to get that spot over Buckley. He might do so because he's just 8. What is it? 8? Less than 8. I don't even. That's not milliseconds. That's a tenth. Hundreds, thousands. 8 thousandths of a second behind Buckley. We also have Tommy Trimble over in the pits. And in top 10, we have Ian Abul. You guys have to help me out. 156 is the top 10. We also have Ian Demler, who might have just already gotten off the track. We also have Brett Storm over in 12th. Brandon Whipple, 13th. A lot of these guys are in the pits, so we're just going to be going over them. Anthony Kelly in 14th. Julius Tan. I know we have a bunch of guys, fans, watching for Tan. Got Alex Cruz in 16th with a 157. Robert Logan with a 157 as well. JP May ending our 157s. Abul picks up 2 spots there with that flyer with the 156, and he will be getting a 8th spot right over Buckley, just like we said. He did have 8 thousandths of a second over Buckley, and he managed to get just about a half of a tenth of a second over him. I know that's a lot of words, but we will be back as soon as we get started. Julius Town, you know you got fans, bro. Everyone screams out your name. Come on now. Alright, we will be right back as soon as we start going on the grid.
We don't need to talk about it. There's nothing left for us to say. Too many thoughts around us. All these words are always in the way. So if you just keep me close, lead the way, take it slow, then maybe I'll get us both what we want. We don't need to talk about it. don't need to talk about it. There's nothing left for us to say. Too many thoughts around us. All these words are always in our way. So if you just keep me close, lead the way, take it slow, then maybe I'll get us both what we want. We don't need to talk about it. We don't need to talk about it.
And we are back with our walkthrough as we are heading over with Mata, our race leader. He posted up a really fast time with a 153, but let's see if he can maintain that pace and not spin out. As we know, Mata did, I think, he did win last week's event. Dang, right behind him, was giving him a run for his money over in the Porsche. Now we have a slew of McLarens right behind him, with Shane Dumoulin in third. We do have Dan Fernandez, Chad McLean right behind him, Seven Goose, Nate Schreiber, and to start us off with another BMW is going to be Ian Abul. We got Stefan Buckley. We do have Tyler Trimble, the top 10, and that will be your top 10. Let's see who makes or breaks and actually heads up in the top out of this. Now we do have Ian Demler in the 11th spot. We have Brett Storm. There we go. Brandon Whipple over in the Porsche. Anthony Kelly in the 14th spot. Julius Tan. Alex Cruz, it's not swapping over too much. Going pretty slow for me. As it looks like we're getting a lot of frame drops, I'm seeing if we can hold on to it to see. I don't want to miss the first lap of this race, but I also don't want it to be this laggy. Oh my god.
Green light, give it all you can.
And here we go, starting us off, Mata. This is terrible quality. Over in turn 1, getting over to the chicane. There we go, I think we're coming back. There it is, as Dang is right behind him, getting into the slipstream. There we go. As we're following Dang right behind. Already becoming a gap of a half a second. As Dang and Mata clearly creating a big gap, already a second and 1.8 of a second. Oh, big runoffs already. We saw Ian Demler running off the track, but who else was that already dropping? We're going to go over to Tommy Trumbull and go about 60 seconds back. Actually, 30 seconds should be enough. Lab into the midfield here. As two cars did go wide, as McLaren and Ian Demler go wide out onto it, but one way too far out. Mata posting 158, Dang 159, and Fernandez 2 minutes. Heading over to the closest action right now with Stefan Buckley and Chad McLean. With a 4-way battle right now for 5th spot, or 7th spot actually. Buckley taking his time. Over in that GTR, which I think he is the only driver in the GTR at the moment. Holding a strong in 6th spot, half a second behind Goose. Over into the big straight. Into the big sweeping turn. Who could hold it? Oh, he holds it a little bit. Just enough, actually. Maybe a little bit too wide here. As he knows the line just good enough. We do have Buckley being immensely followed by Abel. Over in the BMW versus the GTR. Big hairpin here. And back on the throttle. Following right behind. Go to his wing. That's not his wing. Good action. As Stefan Buckley is really trying to chase down Goose here. You have to be patient during this turn. See if he has the patience enough to swing it. Might be too wide. Easy does it. Can he get back on to get to the straight? And we do have a 5-second penalty over with Dumoulin. And he's going to tag along in his stream, but no, he quits out to overtake. Let's see if we can do it. As the two go into the straight and fight for position. Will Buckley just take? Or will Goose just get the slipstream back and try to overtake him? Over in first, second, and third, we do have a 3-second gap, 2-second gap, and a 3-second gap, so we're not following that action at the moment. Looks like Stefan Buckley easily takes over. Goose has some moves that he has to do on his own. And he might be losing more positions as we do have Ian Abel and Chad McLean right behind him. Big moves here as they come down to the straight. And we'll be coming down to the chicane. Another 5-second penalty for Sam Dumoulin, making it a full 10 seconds. Big breaking points here. As we're seeing green deltas everywhere up in the top 16. McLean trying to gain. Following McLean. And I am not able to see Chad at the moment as I do have YouTube down. Big action for Abel. Trying to take over on Goose. Has the inside. Looks clean, but a little bit of bump. Goose gets a little bit pushed. No track incidents here. Let's see if he takes it wide or just cuts it just enough. Following easy, Chad McLean. Watching on the action on Goose and Abel. Sweeping right down to the straight. We will be going into the chicane once again, and we do have 10-second penalty over on Ian Demler, the 15th spot. This is the closest action we have for you right now, as Luscombe did start in the pits and he's now made his way up to 18th spot, but we are not getting away from this action right now for 6th place as Abul, Goose, and McLean are headed over into the straight after this quick turn. And a sweeping left. Let's see who gets the better exit and a better straightaway. As Buckley has already made his way 2 seconds away from a bull. I say a bell and a bull. It's gonna be one of those. Miles already made his way 6 seconds ahead. It looks like he's getting a little bit of the slipstream. No penalties there. Easy turns. McLaren looks like it's holding a little bit easier and inside. As Goose and McLean are in both McLarens. Already we have someone pitting, and Stefan Buckley going ahead and taking some pits right now, and they do have to go ahead and put at least 1 liter for their 1 pit. if it is one pit. So that puts Abul, Goose, and McLean up in 5th, 6th, and 7th due to Buckley's disappearance into the pits. As we see Chad McLean getting a little bit away from the action, we're going to follow Goose and Abu. As he does have the slipstream, let's see if we can catch him. Just looks like he has the better getaway right now. Oh, a little bit of a wiggle there from Goose, as that's going to make him fall right back. Head over to the action, over to Joel Imador. As Nate Schreiber also did fall off. Wait, he's in the 17th spot. Here we go. As that gap now is 5 seconds as well. Doesn't seem right. There we go. With Brett Storm and Schreiber. And right behind them, we do have Mentor and Kelly. But we're following this action close. Ooh, we have Kelly with the overtake. Ooh, close action here. Back and forth. Mentor doesn't seem to catch on, as he is left by Kelly. As that looks like an easy pass, but what a battle. Ian Dimmler and Brandon Whipple. Looks like we're going to be seeing these two go at it for a second. As they are down into the straight. Head over to the heli. Posting about a second in between these two. And right now, Mata is running 154 for his last, and his best is 153. Ian and Delaware looking like they're going to be able to battle it out right now. Brandon just seems like he's putting on too much brakes, as Demler is going to be easily taking him over if those brakes keep continuing to be as heavy as they are. Ian definitely making this look easy. Let's go over to his bumper. Oh, has the inside easy pass. It's a little bit too wide, but he has the clean cut. With a take over on Brandon Whipple, Ian Dimmler takes it, as Cruz also takes it over. Tommy loses the position. I want to go 15 seconds back just to watch that Passover. Maybe that wasn't far enough. Nope, it wasn't. I missed my shot. The 155 club will be Mata, Dang, Fernandez, and Dumoulin. But we still have a battle right now between Kraus and Trimble, as that gap seems to be getting further and further away. We're heading over to Goose and McLean, as this is about a half a second in between these two. Goose is in your purple, blue, and black McLaren, as Kraus, or as McLean is in your green. Pit window has been opened, and it's open for another 14 minutes. As I said before, 1 liter of gas must be applied. Now Demler able to take over. There must have been some type of mishap, as Whipple heading over 30 seconds back. I don't know, but May has been moving up the boards right now. Ah, more pits, I see. Everyone is taking pits. As this happens, we'll be tagging along with Mata, as we are going into traffic with Miguel Mata, running a 154 for his last time, and his best time has been a 153.8, and that is flying. Now we still have a close race going on with McLean and Goose, so we're heading back over to the action as they stayed out still. As you can see, we have Mata, Dang, Fernandez, Dumoulin, Abul, Goose, McLean, Kraus, Trimble, and Nightshade. Wow, Nightshade actually picking up a top 10 at the moment, as Demler is out still. The people that have cleared their pits has been Brandon Whipple, Julius Tan, Nick Schreiber, and Mr. Mentor. So we could see this coming into play a little bit later on, as they pit a little bit early to get the gap clean. Now McLean has lost a bit of time, but we will be going over to Buckley. I thought we were going to get a little bit of action there. But we'll take this time out right now to use a thank you to our Patreon people. And I want to give a special thanks out for our tier 1 people, Julius Tan and Nick Schreiber. Thank you guys so much for the Patreon subscriptions that you guys definitely boast out. And by the way, tier 1 people also get a massive opportunity to get 2 practices or coaching sessions a month. I think that's like the biggest kick right there, and that's a pretty awesome gift back. Now we have tier 2 for Abdul Rauf, Brandon Meyer, Joel Price, Jose Hernandez, Josh Grush, Kenneth Mateo, Neil Beravitos, Tyler Carr, Belena Nightshade, and we have tier 3 for David Morgan, Joe Kaiser, Nick Schillig, Bill Cryotheos, Robbie Daniel, Robert Logan, and Steve Salone. And of course, Tier 4, Marcos Pimentel. Thank you guys so much for giving back to the community as we do all this for you guys and more. Back to the action. Let's see if we do have some. Now we have Logan, Dimmler, and Nightshade all coming out the pits at once. Ooh, this is gonna be seeing the action actually on Helicam. I know it's the pits, but who can get out first and take over? These guys have ran, Nightshade has ran a 157 for his best. McLean has run a 155. And passing all four of these guys up, just a good look at how much time is actually being spent in the pits and how much this can affect your race. Nightshade out in top 10. He has started in 19th, so a big boost into his race today. Starting in 19th, and he's made up 9 spots. Big push out as Mata takes over quickly, having to battle through traffic now. Already lapping 10th place. Looking for our next follow, and that's going to be, oh, that's Kelly getting out of the pits. Nick Schreiber and Joel. Yep, Nick Schreiber and Joel Emitor. With a 2-second gap. And the gaps have seemed to dwindle, but we do have some looks at Julius Tan and Ian Demler, as this can get interesting. And Robert Logan facing off with Dang right behind them, but this is actual for 2 places here for 12th and 13th. This is a fight, as Dang in the Porsche is going to try to catch up to these two as well. Dang taking to the pits. Head over with Alex Cruz and Trumbull right now. Their pass was made by Cruz. As Trumbull looks to take it back. We're going to be following on to Trumbull's bonnet here. Down to the straight. As 2nd, 3rd, and 4th place are pitted at the moment. Big wide sweep from Demler. Mata easily taking over for the Blue Flaggers. On the inside, Mata goes again. Trumbull sees the opening, fighting into the corner. Oh, this is going to be so close. Good fighting here. Holds off as he could get the inside. Down the stretch they go. Big race here from Kraus and Trimble. All about the brakes here and getting on the accelerator. As is every turn, but this is very hairy right now. Especially with pressure being mounted. Trimble did take over for Alex. Now let's see if the big stretch of straight will allow Kraus to catch back up. Trimble trying to get away from the draft here. Kraus still trying to fight to it. Doesn't seem to have the opening, but can he have the edge? Can he fix his mistake, especially from last lap? Kraus trying to get on the inside here. So we're going to be following over to Kraus. Someone did fall off the track there. Wasn't able to tell who. As these sweeps are looking to cause Kraus a little bit of trouble. Maybe he can catch back up here. Actually, that wasn't trouble at all. Going back to the heli. Kraus wants it, you can tell. After this turn, we will be going over to Goose and Abu. Kraus. Now we have a three-way. With Abel, Goose, and Dumoulin. Dumoulin trying to squeeze him from the inside. And he will take the inside, but can he get back on these next couple turns? Jane Dumoulin now trying to get back over to the fourth spot. As he looks like he's found his groove going into the final turn. Getting that nose pointed right, and he's back on the accelerator. Going over to the bonnet. As everyone has made their pits, it's been 1 minute till pit lane is closed, but that doesn't matter anymore. What matters right here. Can he get the good exit and great speed? A little bit to the right, heavy on the left, catching the draft, and he is. Looks like he might be able to reel him in here. But not enough as they go over to the sweeping right. Ooh. He is right there giving the pressure, and Ian hold him off. Great exit from Dumoulin.
The pit window is closing now.
Great inside. Oh, just a little bit into this bottom now. We have Goose to deal with. I thought that would have been a great takeover. Goose looking to take back 5th spot now. As the action's speaking for itself at the moment. Dumoulin and Goose now fighting for a chance at 5th spot. Ever since Dumoulin had hit the inside and there was a great block from Ian. Now heading down to the straight, we will be going over to Kraus and Trimble again, as these two have had it out for each other for the last 5 laps. Going down to the exit, see if Kraus can try to whittle him down here again. How far is McLean? That's 11-second gap there from McLean. No, it's not 11 seconds. It might be. Fourth, fifth, and sixth. Something had shaken up. No, it didn't. Just kidding. Now with 12 minutes to go, I want to be shouting out a couple drivers, the best and worst of today's race at the moment. For a big shout out to Nightshade. Linnea Nightshade has started over in 19th, has picked up 9 spots and picking up a big top 10 if he could finish off today in that spot. Another big winner today is Ian Luscombe, starting out in 22nd, which would have been in the pits, and picking up 7 spots. He has made his way up to the 15th spot over in the Ferrari. Must have been a bad performance today, but we do have Stefan Buckley. We did see him competing out in the top 5 today. He did start off in 9th and has lost 13 spots, and it looks like his day is over with. Another weird but disappointing performance is Nate Schreiber, which he started off in 7th, lost 7 spots, and now is in 16th position. Races happen, but let's hope his mental sticks with it, as he might be able to finish this race off. And back over to Shane Dumoulin, and oh, they're right back at it, aren't they? Going down to turn 1. Right on each other, so we'll be going to the bonnet of Dumoulin. As they come through, definitely with 10 minutes remaining, he doesn't have to push just as hard, but he can keep maintaining that spot, especially coming down to the long straight here. As he's going to be picking up speed. Alex did get the pass over on Trumbull. But as we know, those two have been swapping spots the last couple laps now. All I have to say is there's a lot of pressure being put on Mr. Ian Abel, especially when Dumoulin flies up on you like that. Shane is going to be all over his bumper, mounting way more pressure than he has all race. And the inside doesn't cut it. We're going on to Dumoulin's, as he doesn't make the same mistake as last time. We do have 8 minutes, 4 laps left. Easy does it. As we know, Shane does want that position, but he's not going to do it at the cost of ruining both their races. Very clean driving. Still giving him a lot of pressure going into these nice and precise turns. Heading down into the straight. This is where we see Ian really pull away, but not this time. Coming down to the sweeping right, let's see where they brake at. Nice, as he gets a better exit. Taking it on the outside, can he brake far? Doesn't give Ian the move. Able to bring his nose right into the inside, there's a block. Oh! You hate to see it. They just took each other both out. Clean racing over by Shane, but man, he'll catch that back. It didn't really show what I really wanted to show. The instant replay didn't work for me that time. Oh, maybe it did. Nope, it didn't. Anyway, now Goose is back on the trail of Dumoulin. And Ian has taken that spot now up to 20 seconds ahead. Well, no, Fernandez is 20 seconds ahead, yes. Sorry, reading it wrong. But now Tommy Trumbull. And we have Brandon Whipple right behind him with Nightshade ahead of him as well. "15 seconds over by Shane Dumoulin for that contact that we just saw. We have a stop and go for their inventor. Oh, go back. Trumbull looking to take over, as he has been having a fast car all day today, but his last lap was a 2:04, but his best has been a 1:56. 5 minutes left on this race. As a lot of positions still to be made up by Tommy, as Nightshade has been making probably the best movement out of every racer today, and Mata obviously holding on to first for as long as he has since the start to finish on this race so far. Dumoulin now back in the action. He's not going to give this one up anymore, and you can tell that there's some tension between these two. Especially Dumoulin thinking and looking as if he's faster, but the blocks have been just there for Ian, as he's not giving up any inch, especially in his quarter panels. Now he is close enough to gain a draft, and he's not pulling away as much as he was in the previous laps here. Let's see if Dumoulin could be overzealous or if Ian could really hold off his defense. On the inside he goes. And it looks like he's going to be able to take over, but that position will be given back to him eventually if he's at least 15 seconds behind. 3 minutes to go, as we're looking at one more lap and a half. Depends on where Mata is. Well, his lap is 50 seconds in, so there's going to be 2 more laps remaining. And I'm looking for any other fights on the racetrack as of right now, but we do have Nightshade and Tommy. Oof, why'd I switch? We were just getting into it. Oh, maybe another 15-second could be handed over to Abel or Ian as they come into this nice turns from both of these two. Goose really hoping that they could just fight a little bit harder, as he has a 1 second gap. Now this is where the big engine from the BMW really shines. Taking on the inside is going to squeeze. Overtake. And just makes it right in. But the fastest spot of Dumoulin's race has been in this sector 3. But can we see a repeat? And can Dumoulin hold him off in the straight next lap, as next lap will be the final lap? Gets him on the inside. Gonna be fighting him off on the inside of the next turn. No, he holds him off on the inside. Nightshade trying to get over on Tremble, but this action has been top tier, as these two have been following each other very closely the last couple laps. No one's giving an inch. Oh no! And he holds. But wow, what a big mistake. We have to go back. He just missed. And it could have been just the pressure, but what happened? Wow. That was a big mess up. Oh, you hate to see it.
The leader has finished the race.
I did not catch the leader going over, but we did watch some amazing action. Dang is in second. Finishing up in second. His fastest lap today was 154. But I do want to head back over to McLean. I'm sorry we didn't get to see the race winner. But McLean is trying to finish out. But Dang does finish out in second. As Fernandez will be heading over in third. McLean trying to take over as well with Abul's tires being fried. Fernandez does finish in third, but we have action on the track. Loosecomb finishes in 14th. Kelly finishes in 15th, and Pastry finishes in 16th. Great finishing spots for these guys. Dumoulin does finish out in 4th, but the 30-second penalty will be applied. As Kraus does finish in 8th. Denver is going to be finishing over in 9th, barring any spinouts. Tommy Trimble in 10th. Nightshade in 11th. Julius Tan in 12th. Brandon Whipple in 13th. Hopefully we had a good action for you guys today and not a lot of technical difficulties, but I want to say thank you guys so much for watching an incredible race. That was awesome. Can't wait for next week, and I'll see you guys then.
Quiet's driving me insane. Silence rattles in my brain. Yeah, I gotta get away. Always waiting for the phone, so I built my towers tall, wandering through these empty halls. Breaks the cycle now. Walls are coming down. I gotta make it out. Yeah, 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 yeah. Look my fear right in the eye. I just wanna feel alive. I just wanna feel alive. I just gotta save me from myself. This emptiness, it hurts like hell. My good intentions let me down. I keep getting in my way. My stubborn pride will dig my grave. Please hit me hard with every step I take. Yeah, cycle down. Walls are coming down. I gotta make it out. Yeah, 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 yeah. your taste in tunes and everything you ooze. Your tempo